This is Rhode Island, formerly known as Rhode Island and Providence Plantation. The change in name occurred in 2020 during COVID and post the George Floyd lynching. Two myths the North likes to maintain are slavery was non-existent in the North and slavery was benign if it existed. Both things are patently untrue. Slavery existed in the North and was cruel. Some argue that in places like Rhode Island, where there's such a small population and many of the enslaved people resided in close proximity to their enslavers, it was even more psychologically cruel because there was no reprieve to be with other enslaved people. Before they enslaved Africans in Rhode Island, they enslaved the indigenous people. And when they wanted to remove the indigenous people from their lands, they started to kill them and then replace them with Africans. I visited during COVID and post George Floyd, so you could see the high presence of Black Lives Matter images and protests. Here's a reference to the Taínos, Indigenous Peoples. Unclear if that group of Indigenous people live there, but it's still harking back to the presence of the Indigenous people who are often erased as well. When I was visiting, I also happened upon a protest that was being carried out by immigrant Armenians, and they were protesting about the treatment of people in Armenia. I've included it because often as immigrants, we're so tone deaf to the things that we're doing in America as settler colonizers, and then we're so acutely aware of things being done to people like us elsewhere. This is not me saying that you should not care about the places that you come from, but you should care about the places that you come from as well as the place that you're residing, and out of that place of humility, see yourself as both oppressed, perhaps in Armenia, and also an oppressor here as a settler colonizer. So later on in this video, you'll see and hear them protesting, and I've just left it there to allow you to hear them during this time when tensions were high about Black lives. They elected to protest. Rightly or wrongly, this is not me making a value judgment. This is me presenting the world as it was during the time I visited.
Thank you. I'd like to thank you all so much for the passion and the spirit you guys have in this difficult time. I'd like you all to truly ask yourselves if you're doing enough for our cause. Can you guys sleep peacefully at night, knowing you're doing all you can in the fight for our people's freedoms, for our nation's survival, against all of our enemies? Let's come together and continue to gain strength in our struggle for a prosperous, culture-filled, strong, free, and independent Armenian nation.
I decided when I was there to celebrate my birthday, and I took a trek on the ferry Sea Streak over to Newport. Little mention is made to the fact that Newport, Rhode Island, was one of the leading slave port in British North America. It accounted for 72% of the enslaving voyages. And part of, you see the architecture there, this is a pretty wealthy area, and we know that it was built on the foundation of slavery. So there I am, I'm sitting down and I'm enjoying a good meal. I'm enjoying a good meal because it's my birthday, and I'm enjoying it for the ancestors who could not have sat down and ate like I did and drank like I did. And I walked around afterwards and I enjoyed the architecture. So as usual, the whole point is this full circle moment of remembering history and remembering our place in history and feeling victorious. So again, you like, subscribe, comment. Thank you.